This is the Iron Trader, and this is midday trading. So we're going to take a look here and see what's going on with natural gas and with crude oil, and then we're going to throw into the mix Meta, M-E-T-A. The earnings here are after the close today. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have natural gas. Now, look what happened. Wow, look at this big ass red candle. Whew, just wiped right out a couple days worth of nice gains, actually about 3-4 days worth of gains here. Okay, so how did we get there? Well, what we did is we had a nice good run up. Now, you always want to watch when you have topping tails, okay, because then what it does is come down. Now, we had a nice bottoming tail, but now look at yesterday's high. Okay, it was 1.848. Now, I always say if you watch my videos, look to the left of the chart. That is going to be your resistance. That's why we follow the candle. See right here? What do we have? 1.85 yesterday, 1.848. That told me I got to be flat. So I was flat overnight, and I took a nice good scalp in KLD. Bought that in the pre-market. Once you start losing these 21, I got 3 points out of KOLDs here today so far. I'm flat right now. So now what I'm doing, I'll be looking here maybe to take a long trade here. We're going to see how this candle finishes today. But always look to the left of the chart because just perfect resistance. Right there, boom, gone. Okay, so now let's just look here down at the downside. So far today, 1.699. So your next level here is going to be 1.66, and then we'll come right here, 1.649. And that picks up all the way from the top of this candle, coming all the way across. See how nice that is? Picks up all the way here, picks up all the way here. Okay, so that looks very, very good. Now, this chart here, even though you have that candle, what we still have is a low, higher low, higher low, and higher low, and a higher low. The pattern is still intact. And another thing I do like is see this price channel? See how this is moving right on up here? 1.649. That is right there at the bottom of that candle. Very, very nice here. So don't get too excited here. Now I'm looking here to do maybe a scalp long on UNG. We'll just see how this is all going to shake out. Now on the weekly chart, this is what you really have to watch is this. Now it's down to 1.738. So whatever this is, you really want to close above for the week. And so again, today's only Wednesday. You got a couple more days left. Now on the upside, where all this was support, now this is all going to be resistance. So what you want to first look at here on the upside is you want to look at that 1.74. Very, very key. Right above it, we have your 50 SMA here sitting at 1.755, and then you have your 21-day right at 1.782. Now that is going to be all your resistance levels. Again, if you can get above, then we'll come right here to the top of these two candles, which is 1.80. Okay, and then again, then we can look at today's high, which is 1.84, and then basically this 1.85. Okay, so that is going to be upside. But these key levels here now, were nice support. Now these are all resistance. So watch that 8 SMA, watch that key 50 SMA, and then watch that 21 SMA. Very, very crucial. On the downside, there's your key level is going to be that 1.66 going to be next, and then watch here. This is going to be very, very critical. This is that 1.649. Okay, very thing. Now, again, your RSI all the way on down here. MACD isn't really telling you anything. This is still kind of working okay. We got to see how this is all going to shake out here. But again, very, very red candle. Always look to the left of the chart. You knew exactly where you're going to have to sell it. If you can't get above that, and it came in just a little bit lower than 1.85, that tells you either got to get out of that trade or you go short or something. I don't really like holding the natural gas overnight. I always like scalping it in both directions. It's just a widowmaker. They don't call it that for nothing. All right, let's take a look on an hourly and a 4-hour. Okay, here we have your hourly chart and your 4-hour chart. Now, this was working it really good. Came right up, back up to that 1.84, almost a 1.85, looking very, very good. But again, look at that, it just couldn't hold it. Now she came all the way down. So we have to get really back above this key level, that 1.72. If not, we can bring the candles right on over here. Let me just bigger up a little bit. Okay, so here's what we had, what you're looking at on the downside. So you're looking at that 1.69, all right? And then what you can do, you can start hitting some of these candles. Okay, there's your 1.68. What do we have here? You have 1.66. and then we have your big retest all the way down here at 1.649. That is your downside. Okay, so if it can retrace and get back up above that 1.72, then we can start hitting some of these like this 1.74 here, 1.77, and try to work yourself right back up at the maybe top of this candle at 1.80 and maybe even 1.843. But we got to see how this is going to shake out today. Right now here, this pattern was looking very, very good, and we had a nice, good breakout here. But that 1.85, that was the level here when you look on that daily chart. Okay, so it just couldn't go any higher. But you have a lot of nice targets here on the upside, but it just couldn't hold this. And now we lost this key level here of support. Okay, we held it here really, really nice. And now we're looking here to go lower, possibly here to aim to test that 1.649. So we just got to trade what's in front of us, not what we want. Okay. All right. Let's take a look here at crude oil. Okay. Here we have crude oil. Now it's not really down. It's down about 53 cents. Okay. So let's just look at this daily chart. All right. So yesterday when this ran up there, I said, watch that key 8 SMA. Okay. So when we were down here, I said, first of all, you want to watch the top of that candle. That was at 82.29. Then we want to watch the bottom of that candle, 82.55, and then the top of this candle at 82.44. But then again, the key level was that 8 SMA, okay, sitting now at 83.28. I said, you're not going to get through it the first time. This is a brick wall. And what happened? Okay, yesterday went right into it, and what today? We popped up higher, but now we're below it. Now we have to get above. So let's look at the upside first. So what you need to do is if this price to go higher, you have to get above this key level. This is 83.28. Very, very crucial. Then we can look at today's high. Okay, so you're looking at 83.71, and then we have your target up there at 84.30. Okay, so that is what you want to do, but the critical is this 8 simple moving average. I know it doesn't look like much, but look at this, okay? So you popped up, closed below. Popped up, closed below. Popped down, closed below. Popped up, closed below. And then big ass red candle, closed below. Okay, and then where are we now? Where are those sticky? Yeah, he popped up. Where'd he close? Way down here. Okay, so you got to watch that 8 SMA. That's going to be very, very key. Now, the crude numbers came out there today. I'll have them all posted here after pit close there for you. But the crude numbers came out today. He had a really big draw. He had over 6 million barrels draw. So that was pretty good. Okay, and the draw on gasoline. So that was all very, very bullish here for crude. Plus, you're coming into the summer driving period. You have the holidays coming up here. And then August, very volatile month because then you got that hurricane season going on. So always just trade what you really have. So you're really going in between right now is this key 8 SMA here and then your key 50 SMA. But let's just look at the upside. Obviously, it was right there, 83.28. And then the next level is going to be 84.30. On the downside, you want to watch what today's low is. Very, very key, 82.46, okay? So what was this here? This is 82.29. So we're right basically above this key support level right here, okay? So as long as this holds and we're holding the top portion of this yesterday's green candle, that's always very, very bullish. We're just coming off because of this 8 SMA here. Now, again, if all that is lost here, we watch that 50 SMA, 81.28. We watch this price channel. That's 80.50. That's basically the bottom of that candle right there. Okay. And then your next support level is going to be 79.92. That's your 200 simple moving averages. Okay. So that's basically what you have like on the downside. The upside, you have that 8 SMA. You get above, you're going to that 21 day, 84.30. Now, again, if we can get above that, then we can just follow the candles up until we hit sticky again up here at 85.64. Okay, so very, very good trading actually in this that, like for a trader, I mean. But now we just have this key trading range here, which is very, very good for the wallet. But don't have opinion that you got to be long or you got to be short. Whatever this chart tells you, that's what you got to do. But remember, when you come up into these simple moving averages, you're not going to break through the first time. That's just how it's reality is. You're going to pop through. And now eventually we've got to see what happens today. Maybe we can close above that. We don't know yet, but we got to pay attention. Now, RSI here, well, you're looking okay. You're pretty much in the center. Your MACD, well, you got momentum, but the problem is it's just to the downside, okay? Momentum here to the good side. On the weekly here, we're still right now above this 82.01. Very, very nice. And we're above that 82.49, that 8 SMA. Very, very good. As long as we can hang in there by Friday, we're not looking too bad. Okay, let's take a look here at Meta. Okay, now the earnings will be out here after the close there today. Okay, so we got a lot of really good lot of earnings coming. Tomorrow you got Microsoft, you got Google. Today we got Meta, you got IBM. So these are market movers. Now you can see here what this rallied up here with the market. Tesla was really pushing it up here. Tesla really, if you look at the Tesla earnings and you listen to the conference call, they just stunk it up. You're basically the stock is on smoke and mirrors. You're kind of hoping that he's going to do something, but just remember that Cybertruck took him 4 years to get out ready, and there's so many complaints on that thing that he said it's not even ready for production. So $100,000. Now he's talking about making a $25,000 car, possibly end of this year, possibly 25. Just read through the lines, okay? I'm a fan of Musk here, but sometimes I think he's so far over his skis. He's trying to focus on too much here, but he's just selling dreams here, okay? So just remember that Tesla is going to be a really good short here. Just be aware of that, okay? Now, Meta has got this AI thing going on. So does Tesla, but Meta, I think, is really well positioned for all of this. Now, we had a nice higher high, but you notice that it could not hold. See that? Right there. Could not hold that. And it got above, but could not hold that. So upside, this is what you want to watch. You want to watch this 495, 31, that 50 SMA. Very, very key. And you want to watch this 502.04. Now, this 8-day, you can see here at 492.83. The price is now below that also. But that 8-day is rolling over. But that doesn't mean that it can blast right on up here. I think Meta is going to have good numbers. So we got to see here. Now, I'm a long-term holder of Meta, of Microsoft, of Amazon. I think so. And Apple. I bought these years ago, and I just hold on to them. I just think Meta is going to be a really good trade here, even going down the road. Now, let's look to the downside, though. Always got to look to the downside. This is what you're watching, is that 473.40. That is very, very key. That is the bottom of this candle right here, okay? So that's what you want to watch. That's why you want to use price channels on your chart. That's what these blue lines are, price channels, okay? So now, if this is lost, okay, now we can come down and follow these candles all the way down. See, you have like 461 here. You got 455. Okay, but what you really want to do is you want to watch, let's say, the bottom of this candle. Okay, so you're looking at 453 flat, and what do we have here is you have 453.01. So let's just take that 453 flat. There's your gap, and then we have a fill all the way there to 405. Okay, so always remember that this gap's and filled. Not going to be today, maybe tomorrow, but eventually these gaps do get filled. Okay, but again, you got this 100 SMA here, and if you look on a weekly chart, you have your 21-day, we have a 50-day. There's a lot of good support levels here. Now on your weekly, you really need to get back above that 499, say 500 level. Okay, and then seeing that lines up very, very nice here with all this. See, you want to get above all this here for this to go higher. Now, again, that's your resistance. Is that 50? Your 8-day, your 50, and we have your 21-day is your resistance. If you can get above, then you have a really nice target there of 531.49. Now, always look to the left of the chart because it's not going to go directly right there. It's going to go right over here to the left there. You got 519, and then you'll have 523. Then we can just follow these candles on, going all the way up here, okay? All the way here until you hit that 531. Okay, so we got to see what those earnings are going to be. So on the upside, again, watch that 8. Okay, watch that 50. Watch that 21-day. On the downside, 473.40 is going to be your key level here. Okay, if that is lost, then we can follow the candles down until we get to this gap. Okay, all the way down there. Now, it doesn't have to make the fill, but again, see with these two candles sitting at 453, that's going to provide very, very nice support. Okay, so that's what you want to look at. Okay, that's what we got for you. A little natural gas. We have crude. We have Meta. And I'll be back here later today after the pick close, and we will go a little bit more in depth on crude and natural gas and see how she's shaking out. All right, thanks for watching.